In 1587, over 100 people settled on a small island off the coast of what is now North Carolina. 3 years later, a ship returned to check on them. The houses were still standing. Their belongings were still inside. But every single person was gone. No bodies, no signs of battle, no ashes from a fire. Just one word carved into a wooden post. No punctuation, no explanation, nothing else. Over 400 years later, nobody has ever found out what happened to them. This is the mystery of the lost colony of Roanoke. Welcome to Mystery Vault. If you're new here, this channel covers real unsolved mysteries, documented cases that still don't have answers. If that's your thing, subscribe, because this is one of the oldest unsolved mysteries in American history. In the late 1580s, England was racing to establish a permanent foothold in the New World. In 1587, a group of roughly 115 settlers, men, women, and children, sailed to Roanoke Island, led by Governor John White. They came to build a lasting colony, farm the land, and establish trade with local indigenous communities. Shortly after arriving, White's own daughter gave birth to a baby girl named Virginia Dare, the first English child ever born in the Americas. Supplies were running low, and relations with some neighboring indigenous groups were tense. White made the difficult decision to sail back to England for more supplies, promising to return quickly. Behind his daughter, his newborn granddaughter, and everyone else who called Roanoke home. He expected to be back within months. He wouldn't return. War had broken out between England and Spain, and every available ship was seized for the war effort. John White was stranded, unable to sail back to Roanoke for 3 long years. When he finally returned in 1590, what he found made his blood run cold. The settlement was abandoned. The buildings had been carefully dismantled, not destroyed, suggesting a planned departure, not an attack. Heavy supply chests, including some of White's own belongings, had been dug up and left scattered, as if someone had searched through them. There was no sign of struggle, no blood, no bodies. And carved into a wooden post at the entrance to the settlement, one word. White knew this word. It was the name of a nearby island, and also the name of a friendly indigenous tribe who lived there. Before he'd left, White had arranged a signal with the colonists. If they were in danger, they were to carve a cross above any message. There was no cross. It appeared to be a message of destination, not distress. White desperately wanted to sail to Croatoan Island to search for his family and the rest of the colonists. But a violent storm was approaching, and his ship's crew refused to risk the dangerous waters. White was forced to return to England without ever confirming what had happened to his people. He would never see his daughter or granddaughter again. Over the following decades, occasional expeditions searched for signs of the colonists. Some reported rumors from indigenous groups describing settlers who had integrated into nearby communities. For centuries, the case remained frozen in mystery. But modern archaeology has slowly uncovered new clues. In recent decades, researchers excavating sites on Hatteras Island, which was once called Croatoan, have found English-style artifacts dating to the same era. Pieces of armor, tools, and pottery mixed alongside indigenous items. This has led many historians to believe the most likely explanation is also the simplest. The colonists left peacefully, joined the Croatoan people, and integrated into their community, rather than dying in some violent or mysterious event. Some later European explorers even reported encountering indigenous groups in the region with gray eyes and lighter skin tones, along with some knowledge of English words and customs. Details some historians interpret as descendants of the original colonists. However, none of this has ever been definitively proven. No conclusive burial sites, remains, or verified descendants have ever been confirmed to trace directly back to the 1587 colonists.
With centuries of searching and no definitive proof, several theories remain. Theory 1. Peaceful integration. The colonists joined the Croatoan people willingly, choosing survival and community over waiting for a return that may never come. Theory 2. Violent conflict. The colonists attacked other indigenous groups, not the Croatoan, may have led to violence, and the Croatoan carving was a colonist's attempt to indicate where survivors had fled for safety. Disease or famine. Some believe a portion of the colonists may have died from starvation or illness.
And here's the detail that still haunts historians today. If the peaceful integration theory is true, it means the lost colony was never truly lost at all. They may have simply chosen a new life, blending quietly into history, while the rest of the world spent over 400 years searching for a mystery that to them was never really a mystery at all.
So what do you think happened to the lost colony of Roanoke? Did they vanish into tragedy, or did they simply choose to disappear into a new life? Let me know your theory in the comments. Subscribe to Mystery Vault for more real unsolved mysteries. Next week's story might be even stranger.